What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Ultimate Team Experience, a show where we track three players' vastly different Ultimate Team experiences, giving you tips and insight along the way so that you can get the most out of your Ultimate Team experience. My name is Wes, and as always, I am joined by Platt and Swain. Guys, new content's out. We happy?
I'm still happy.
Swain, are we?
I'm happy.
Football's we happy?
Yeah, happy about football.
Happy about football. Happy about Madden content?
Yeah. Swain.
Did your wallet hurt you, Swain?
No, and I think that's why I'm happy. I know we have a lot to go over. I'm super excited to talk about this. Maybe I'm happy because I got two players I really, really needed for my team. But I'm excited about the fact that we have something to do. At least it's somewhat of a letdown in the eyes of many people as far as the lack of amount of content. But I know this is only part one. I don't know. I like it. I sent a message today saying we have house rules, we have weekend league. I guess solo battles is out, but I've heard complaints that it's not working properly.
Works for me.
Which all of last year it didn't seem like it was working properly for a lot of people. Needless to say, we have ultimate kickoff. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things you can be doing on Madden right now. Prior to as of yesterday and before, it was kind of like not even the content side of things. It was like, what am I supposed to do? I've done all the solos. I've done this. There's nothing else to do right now. We have a lot to do. That's just but I'd love to hear Platts on it.
I think we have to focus on the positives here. We asked for content. We've been begging for content. We got some goddamn content today. So, kudos to EA. They gave us some content. Were they the best players? No. Would I have done it differently? Yeah. But we got solos. We get some free cards. We got a master. Like Swain said, this is just part one. Looking forward to part two, and we'll see what's coming next.
Okay. So every week we review our progress with our teams. So I guess it's a good time to do that before you guys really get rolling on your takes for the week. Platt, how's your team looking?
It's looking good. I'm up to 85 overall, have 1.4 in the bank. I upgraded my team a lot this week with team builders. You can do that set for between 25, 30K per player. Most of those players are actually selling for between 40, 50,000. So it's an easy way to build your team with 84s. Not all of them are great, but there are definitely 5 to 10 that are pretty good. You can fill your team with. So
you had a couple of those as your platinum players, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much speed, and where man and zone are low on just about everybody, it doesn't really matter on the cornerbacks. Just try to get some guys with speed. Same with wide receivers. Same with tight ends and halfbacks.
Okay, Swain.
88 overall. I just added Byron. He's unreal. I think he's a 92 or 93 on my team. He's godly at this time of the year. And then I really needed a right outside linebacker. I kept thinking I need to get somebody. For me, and just personal preference, this program so far has been exactly what I needed. As I mentioned before, my team is literally at a spot. I have Barry back. Had a viewer that was kind enough to let me borrow Barry for a little while, and he's back up to a 95. He's unreal.
Right.
That's Taken Army, by the way. Shout out to Taken Army for that. I've started playing Weekend League. I'm 3-1. And was that the missus? She's running. 3-1 in Weekend League, and House Rules is out, and I know we're going to get to that. But yeah, 3.8 million coins and 88 overall. And my goal was 16 wins. I'm 3-1 to Weekend League. I know that was my goal, so that's update.
Swain, are you still rocking 25 Cowboys, 25 Bears?
Yes, I am. I think I have 28 Cowboys and 26 Bears currently, so I still have 4 roster spots to move around if I need to.
Will you still have a split theme team by our show next week?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Okay.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Because from what unless I'm completely wrong, from what I've understood on this current program, is that we're doing AFC right now, and then next week you get NFC. Mm-hmm. So if that's true, I have a chance to get more Cowboys and more Bears next week, which would only be more beneficial for my team. But even if we don't, I mean, I'd have to look at the team. I have very, very few weaknesses. Receivers a weakness, which I'm not getting any Bears receivers. I don't even know. Shout out to anybody who's a Bears fan. I don't know if there is legend Bears receivers. No one comes to mind. Literally nobody. But there's a lot of Cowboys receivers. Yeah, I absolutely think 25-25 for both next week.
Wes, how's your team looking?
I got up to 84 overall, which I think is where I was hoping to get to. Upgraded quite a few players. Made some diamonds, sold them. Got the 89 Lamar. He fumbled. He gets tired. Sold him.
Tired.
Upgraded some more. Yeah, like he runs twice and he's gassed. It's a professional athlete for you. I mean, just put me out there. I'll be tired after one play. Can I get half that money? So doing all right. I got about 250 and 250,000 in the bank. Should be a little bit more, but play money. Why not?
Yeah. So somebody said you had a run of bad luck with gag packs. Is there any truth to that?
Bad luck with get a gold packs? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't play get a golds.
Don't try to be a millionaire on 1,000 budget. Okay.
Right. No, I did it.
Swain games.
I had play money, and I was like, you know what? Let's rip 100K and see what happens. And I saw what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, if it was real money, I'd be living next to the sewer grate on the side of the street in a cardboard box.
There you go.
So luckily, I mean, I kind of planned it out. I had the money to play with, and I only spent 100K, but like I got cards to sell, and I'll probably make about half of it back. It was worth the fun just to see if I got anything out of it. But yeah, it was ass.
Swain, how much do you think you've spent on Get a Gold this year?
Oh, 2 million easy.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, that's it's hard to say because of the diamond program. Because I mean, like I literally used Get a Gold for the diamond program, but taking the diamond program out, Job and I go back and forth with Get a Gold. Then that last set was rough. It was 500K and I maybe made 100K back. Prior to that, I bet I only lost 150K, and then the couple before that, we were actually making coins. If there's any time to be stupid with Get a Golds, I'm always there for it. I'm the first one at the party, last one to leave. But right now is the legit only time that it's somewhat sensible to do Get a Golds, but you have to do a large amount.
Yeah, agreed.
And I mean, it's what, 6:12 in the afternoon on a Thursday night? Yeah. In about 30 minutes, I'll probably be ripping $250,000 Get a Gold. At this time of year, it's actually fun to do that.
I did pop a cherry for me, though. I rarely play head-to-head. I played 2 games of head-to-head the other night. Split them, so I'm 1-1 in Ultimate Team. Go me.
My favorite head-to-head is always House Rules, so I'm going to be playing a ton of House Rules even after all the objectives are done. I like the short, quick games. Shout out to James P. He knows how I do in those House Rules matches. So, I'm looking forward to this weekend to get some House Rules in.
Sweet. Speaking of House Rules, that's part of the new stuff we got going today. Tell everybody what they got, because I don't know shit about what's going on. I haven't even been in the game yet, really, but for about 2 minutes, so I didn't even get a chance to check it out.
Yeah, I'll let Swain take that one. He's the
I'm not a college guy. I literally almost lost to an all bronze team. You can't make this up.
What is the House Rules?
House Rules is college rules overtime. So you get the ball. I
love how Swain's going to explain this, but he doesn't know.
Yeah. So I'm going to go on a wing here. You get the ball at a certain point on the field. Look at Bud's face. Okay, if you score a touchdown, you can either kick an extra point or go for 2. Regardless of the outcome, if you're on defense first, you get the ball again, and you can either beat him or tie him. So, from what I've seen, not being a college guy, and I'm not a huge math lover like Winnie, but I am a math lover. Go for 2, win or lose, like go for 2, and you'll probably win house rules. I haven't lost. Did I lose one yet? I don't remember. I think I lost one. Yeah, college rules overtime is where it's at. Basically, score more points than the other team and you win.
Very well said.
I think I'll just figure it out on my own.
Probably a good move. It is college rules overtime. House rules is fun. It's not weekend league. It's not seasons. If you feel cheated or you feel like a guy's running something against you, you can literally leave, get into a new game. You can play over and over and over and over and over.
So a lot less stress, a lot less sweat.
Oh, absolutely. I do have a question though. Like, how many times can you play back and forth? I mean, can you get to like 27 overtimes, for instance?
Yeah. I mean, you go until at some point you have to go for 2, so that's going to help the game end. But yeah, as long as you both are scoring touchdowns and converting your 2-point conversions, it'll go until somebody doesn't.
Okay.
All right. What else is new this week?
Well,
as
we
far
do
as
have
content?
the Ultimate Kickoff promo, part 1. So Byron Jones is the master. Swain picked him up today. So you trade in the 4 Hero 88s. You get the Byron Jones. Do you get 2 of those back, Nat?
You
Swain?
do. You get 2 Nats. You get to pick
and
2.
you get to pick which one.
Correct.
So we're thinking part 1. I hope and pray that this is part 1 of at least 2. The 88s, I feel like they were not up to par with what they could have been. But again, you're getting sets, you're getting packs, you're getting solos, you're getting masters, you're getting limited. We got a Brandon Cooks limited that Gut Fox dropped almost 2 million on today. He overpaid by about 1.5 million, I think. So that's in the game. Can't complain. I'm just happy that we're getting some kind of content.
Yeah, it is, and it's a refresh, of course. I know we potentially may talk about this later, but I've heard in the EA morning streams are talking about everything's happening next week. Everything's happening next week. I think this may be just like a teaser of what is coming. I know that we have potential for a couple of really good programs coming out next week. One of them being Gauntlet, the other one being Journey. Not the tryhard Journey, just actual Journey. It's long and it takes a while to go through it, but that's kind of what we need. And I say we as a community, make the rewards good, make us work our asses off. I don't care if it takes 40 hours. Legitimately, if it takes us even 10 hours, if I can get a Nat 88 plus or even a Nat 85 plus, I'll spend 10 hours playing solos to get it. I think most people would, but we need something. And I say that knowing now that we do have house rules. I don't know how long this house rule goes for, but it's fun. It's such a quick.
Hold on. If you can get a Nat, what?
Just for an example, usually the Journey and or the Gauntlet are really good rewards, but you have to spend a lot of time doing it. Multiple hours and multiple stars, and there's going to be...
what level card did you say?
Well, for example, it'd be really good if they had an 85 plus Nat card. And I
would play 10 hours of solos for an 85 plus card.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody would. Everybody that plays MUT would, without a doubt. I think it'll probably realistically be an 81. But the Gauntlet is very challenging. It's probably the hardest solos I can think of on Madden, where you're going to be playing a solo that you spend 20 minutes doing, you fail, you have to restart and do it again. And it's the kind of shit you go on Twitter and say, oh my God, I finally just beat this Gauntlet level.
We talked about this last week or another week where you talked about the challenge being so hard, but it was fun and the reward was worth it. And you said, oh, okay, I failed it, but I got to do it again. I have to do this. And to me, an 85 card just doesn't seem worth that.
It's the 85 plus.
So you're saying like potential for more, or
correct? Yeah. Correct. You could get a Bo Jackson. You could get a full legend. You could get a lot of different things from that.
Any card rated 85 or above.
Right.
And the difference I would say between I've always preferred the Gauntlet. I feel like they're more objective based. Pass for 350 yards by the first quarter. Whereas Journey, it's like win this game and you start maybe down 14 or 28 points, but it's normally a win the game objectives. So that's why those take a little longer. The difference in the rewards. Okay, so the Journey is going to have kind of one big reward at the end. Gauntlet will have more rewards along the way. It's normally split up between 3 or 4 levels,
Tiers.
and you'll get better rewards along the way. And the last thing is Journey. We'll have multiple gauntlets throughout the year. We'll have multiple journeys throughout the year. Traditionally, if you do all of the journeys throughout the year, you will get a free golden ticket at the end of the year. So don't let those journeys, stack up until you have to do, 200 solos at the end of the year to get a golden ticket. Do them now, prioritize them now. That way you don't have to do them later.
And we usually have a
Gotcha.
journey master too. There's usually in the journey, there's a player that's going to be, I'm just going to guess right now at this point of the game, probably a 90.
I was thinking around 88, honestly.
88, you think that low? Yeah.
Michael Thomas, I think he was an 88 off the bat.
So, I mean, even an 88, depending on the position, it could be a card that everybody wants or nobody wants.
And at the least, it's training quick sell.
Right.
It's not going to go for a lot, but if it's literally somebody like a Michael Thomas who is slower than me on the football field, then just quick sell them.
It is definitely, if they unload either one or if even both next week, people are going to have a lot of work to do. I mean, you're going to be like, this is the whole point of, and this is where I'm not going to bash on the company, but last year at this time, it's like, oh my God, what do? I have Journey. I have Weekend League. I have solo battles. I have all my solo challenges. I have Journey. I have, Gauntlet. I have all, just, you're overwhelmed. I have seasons. I have all these things I have to do. What do I focus on?
And like they're amping up for most feared and whatever the Thanksgiving thing would be too, right? We don't have any of that stuff coming up to that yet.
No, that's really far away. I mean, you're talking
Right.
most feared maybe mid-October.
Right. But
So
you're saying normally we would have those other things to work on. They don't have those yet, and still you're expecting the most feared and the Thanksgiving type
and
stuff.
I saw an advertisement of some sort that pointed out that they had listed the top, and I know we're going to bring this up because this is important. We have the top 50. They listed top 50 and most feared. If all we get between now and Halloween is top 50 and most feared, we're gonna have some problems.
So you're saying if we don't get Gauntlet and we don't get Journey,
if all we get between now for new program, new content is from now until Halloween, which is a month and a half away, is all we get is top 50 and most feared, that's no content. You're talking about 2 weeks of content in a 6-7 week period. I don't know if I believe that ad or if I saw it or read it correctly. They're hiding something there. We normally get MUT Heroes is usually in September, October. I mean, we're gonna get Team of the Week probably next week, so that'll be something. I would anticipate next week a lot. What I hope and what I guess are completely different, but we could get our heavyweights and our flashbacks and all that stuff, our veterans. We could potentially see, obviously, Gauntlet and Journey. We've already mentioned that. Team of the Week has got to be there. I don't know how they don't do Team of the Week. I feel like MUT Heroes is usually before Most Feared. I feel like that's late September, early October, between that gap of when football actually starts and then we get our Halloween time. This top 50, I mean, we might as well reach into it now. Top 50, I feel like is going to be a lot like MUT 10 was last year. And I haven't taken the time to look up the top 50 NFL. I'm assuming it's the top 50 players in the NFL. Are those current or is that all time?
I don't think we know.
We don't know. If it's current, then
I don't think it'll be current, but
if it is current, it makes sense of why we got a Byron Jones. Sorry, Cowboy fans and Dolphin fans. It makes sense why we got a Byron Jones and a Brandon Cooks. Maybe the current is the top 50 current, but I feel like that's maybe iffy for even EA to be like, hey, we know everyone can look up who the top 50 is, so why would they release it now? I feel like Legends, being only we get two every week, I feel like Legends and top 50 are going to kind of mix together, is just my guess. regardless if it's current or legend players, top 50 is top 50. Everyone's going to want those. They could probably move that until a different day. Like maybe we get our legends on Saturdays, but we get our top 50s on Wednesdays or Fridays or whatever, in between getting team of the week and all the other stuff that goes with it. It's just a guess.
When you say mixed together, are you talking about like just when the content is released, one then the other, then one then the other?
Yeah. So
kind of intertwined.
To give you,
or do you mean that?
Yeah, to give you a good example, and I'm going to need Platt to help me on this. So let's just go a year ago today. But let's say it's on a Monday. Monday is kind of the day of everybody gets their Monday recap. We got to figure out what's going on. Everyone's kind of waiting to guess who team of the week is. I think that did veterans come out? It was at veterans, then heavyweights, then flashbacks, or did I have that backwards? It's one or the other. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's a different day.
Right.
Those are different days. So you've got probably a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of those programs coming out. You have team of the week dropping on Tuesday. Team of the week is huge for everybody. So you had content Monday, you had content Tuesday, you had content Wednesday, you had content Thursday. Friday comes along. Friday's kind of that day of like calming down, but then they release who the legends are coming out. Legends are coming out on Saturday. If a new program drops, that's usually on Friday. So most weeks, every single day, you had to know who was coming out, who was dropping. There were ways to make coins on training. There was ways to make, coins on just having coins and buying the right players. It seemed like every other day there was a new pack in the store, and you're like, Jesus, I just bought 10 packs of something. Now there's something else out. It was a constant wave of all new, fresh stuff.
So historically speaking, we should be expecting a lot of shit very soon.
I would hope so.
Every day. I mean, heavyweights Mondays, team of the week Tuesdays, flashback is on Wednesdays.
That sounds about right.
Thursday, I don't know that anything came out on Thursdays. Weekend league starts. Friday is traditionally when they would drop something like a gauntlet or a journey and kind of give you the whole weekend to do that. Legend Saturday, rest on Sunday, and then it's just a cycle that repeats again. So when we're not getting that, everybody's kind of sitting around like, okay, well, what are we supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
We've already done the solos that launched with the game. We're looking for content. We're looking for ways to interact with the game, and we're not getting it.
Gotcha.
Signature series came out on Thursday. That's right.
Signatures, yeah.
I do want to say one quick thing. We've talked about in the past EA being very stingy with content so far this year. When they do drop content, the one thing that they control is how good of rewards they can give us. If they want to say they can't develop the cards quickly enough because they're working from home, whatever. But what they can do is when they drop these solos, when they drop these programs, they can make the rewards whatever they want to. Working from home doesn't stop that. So I would just challenge everyone in the community, hold these guys accountable, tweet at them. If you don't think it works, fine. You don't have to tweet at them. But these are the things that they can control. They can control our rewards. So whether that's solo battles, whether it's house rules rewards, or whether it's just rewards from the solos that they give us, they can give us as good of rewards as they want to. So it's important for us to hold them accountable, that they give us the rewards that we deserve based on the work that we're putting into this game.
Speaking of accountability, last week we talked a little bit or a lot about some of the bugs and the problems with the game. Not even bugs, just shit not working right. A week removed, have they done anything to make that right?
As far as I know, they got rid of the man motion glitch. They did put out a title update this week. You still have a field goal kick meter lag at the top of your kick meter. That's annoying.
Yes.
I still have disconnects. Generally, the game still seems like it plays about the same for me. So I'm not exactly sure what else they corrected. Maybe I'm missing something, but the game feels the same to me. So hopefully we get another update coming soon that helps with some of the things that are still going on in the game.
I've always been known as, obviously I do work with EA and various things, obviously the drops and some of the giveaways and stuff like that. Taking that side of it out, I try to push positivity. So I find it challenging at times to be positive on a game that's challenging to be positive with. That being said, this morning on my way to work, I had audio only. I heard Kralo literally speak about various things that were going on, and I got to give the guy credit because he flat out said, when he's talking about squad specifically, just flat out, it sucks. And I give him a lot of credit for finally saying that. I feel like for me, even in the position I'm in, not to speak of entitlement, but I feel like I should know what's going on. And some of the other people, everybody wants to know what's going on. We all are consumers of this game, whether we buy the game and never spend a dime on it, or we buy the game and buy packs. If we never spend a dime on the game, we want it for free, but we still invest our time. We're all spending something, whether it's time, money, both, whatever. It was very, I don't want to say rewarding. It's just
refreshing.
It was refreshing. It was refreshing to hear, okay, they're aware of what's going on and they're admitting to there being some massive mistakes. Today was the first day that I took a step back and went, oh my God, if I was a squads player, how much would I hate this company in this game right now? I spent money because you don't know it's broken. The day the game drops, you're buying bundles. Squads is so unbelievably fucked up right now that you can't even play. It's unplayable. It's literally unplayable. There are people out there, you don't know this, Wes. There are people out there that all they do is play squads. They don't play anything else. They play squads. So I like that they're at least admitting that there's things wrong and they're trying to fix it. But based on the standpoint and the situation of the game where it's at now, like, I was glad to see there was 2 updates this week. I don't care if we have an update every week. As long as they're making updates and they're making attempts to fix it, no matter what game it is, like, bring it on. Let's see it. I would love to see a less broken game. I'd like to see things that are fun. I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but House Rules is a good example of that. I don't think if you're new to Madden, you play House Rules, Wes, you should literally win every one of your House Rule games. So I think there's 40 of them that they require. Give up on everything else. And Platt, correct me if I'm wrong, stop whatever you're doing right now and focus on House Rules. Get those games, those wins done. That's a perfect game mode that's working fine. I haven't heard any. They had hiccups this morning. Right away, there was a hiccup with House Rules where you could only get 4 wins, and then it wouldn't give you credit for any more of them. It was fixed like that. Like, I heard people were bitching about it, and then I was at work, I went and did something, I came back, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's working again.
Oh, we added the 0 in. Whoops.
Yeah. And so, that's a prime example of EA going, oh crap, something's wrong. Let's fix it. Not make a big deal about it and move on. I mean, they handled it. And can you imagine in the situation we'd be in right now if House Rules was still broken and they didn't make the attempts? Show us the attempts and communicate. Communicate being the biggest thing and most important thing. They're communicating that they have these issues. They're trying to fix them. I hope that this is all in the past. I don't want to talk about confidence level and where I expect to see this game. What I know is right now, at this very moment, I'm having a lot of fun playing this game, and I hope that continues. And it's completely and entirely up to them as the people who we depend on to make a good game to make sure that that takes place. Right now, I'm excited. I have fun playing the game. Next week, I'm excited to see what's going on, how long that continues. I do not want a repeat of last year, where as a content creator, it hits March and I'm going, what the hell am I going to stream for the next 4 or 5 months? We can't have that again. And I don't think anybody that plays Madden and invests time or money wants to see that either. That's very important to us. So as of right now, there's a very long answer to your question. There are still bugs. There are less bugs now than there were last week. They're working on it. I hope it changes. I hope it continues going the way it's going. They're showing me, they're giving me a very small amount of confidence that they are fixing things as we go forward. I'll just leave it at that.
I think we all hope that it only gets better. So I had a question, kind of a newbie question, but since my solos have really slowed down, I've got 4 more solo battles to play, I guess, until next week or halfway. I think it's next week. I need some suggestions, possibly House Rules. What should I be focusing on to kind of replenish a couple 100,000 coins that I might have weaseled myself out of. What's the best way? No, really though, what's the best way for someone who's got a team like mine? It's good, not great. It's okay. How am I going to make coins now?
Yeah, so definitely, do your solo battles because that's a free 115K that you're going to get just from doing. You have to win 11 games at the highest difficulty. So you get, Monday morning is when they reset. So basically, you want to play, those 4 games or play a couple of them because they reset on Wednesday. Okay. So when they reset, everything from Monday, if you actually reset the solo battles, those go away. So if you didn't play them on Monday or Tuesday and you go into the solo battle screen and reset it, those games go away. You can't replay them. So you want to try to keep up with it throughout the week. But the end goal is play 11 solo battles at the highest difficulty, and that's going to get you the best rewards. And it's about 115,000 coins right there. House rules is another good example. Interact with the promo. We just got a brand new promo today. You're going to get a little bit of coins, that way. You're going to get some free cards, free players. You can throw those into sets, maybe build one of the heroes, sell that hero if you don't want it. And that's an easy way to make coins right there.
Okay. Good advice. Good advice.
Well, real
All right.
quick, and Platt may or may not know the answer to this question. I noticed that Weekend League, the rewards were not as good as they were last year. Is that the same thing with solo battles? They really dropped. I saw Weekend League, you got to get 18 wins to get legendary, and the rewards were not as good as I thought they'd be. The coin total specifically. I think you get 300 trophies, which is fantastic, but it was like, I think it was just barely 200K coins.
Yeah, I haven't heard of anything like that with the solo battle, so I could be wrong if I am. Somebody in chat or somebody in the comment section can correct us. I'm pretty sure that they left the solo battle rewards the same though, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Gotcha. Okay. How we doing on time, guys?
We're over, but we're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Well, that's fine. I did want to get to a couple other things. We need to lay out our goals, our weekly goals for our teams. We've got some platinum players to give everybody, and anything else you guys want to talk about. So I'll let you roll it out.
Yeah, and again, just going off, the most fun of this show that we're doing is obviously we're teaching you the in and outs of MUT, and I feel like sometimes I get on a ramble, which is fine. I mean, this is what I'm gonna do, but obviously the power up pass, don't forget to make your notes on power up passes. If you had a Byron Jones in your lineup and you use your power up pass this week, you win. Again, Wes, I think you should highly focus on doing house rules. It's a really great way to practice playing competitively, but not having to spend a whole lot of time to lose a game at the very end.
Gotcha.
You're gonna match with people on Madden, no matter how good you are at the game. You cannot beat everybody in the community. Even the top guys will tell you that. Sometimes you just match up with the wrong guy. I get to a point where I can win every single game, and then all of a sudden I can't win a game for 3 hours. House rules is such a good time to practice and learn things and try different things out. Again, we already talked about next week content. Fingers crossed. I hope next week, I hope a week from today, we are all in joy and celebration talking about how good the game is. Let's see. Don't forget your Legend solos. Hopefully you guys did them last week. Weekly goals. I'm going to stick with the 16 wins for Weekend League. I don't really have a coin total goal. My overall is an 88. I'm just going to straight focus on Weekend League. It's 16 wins. God help me. God help me.
Okay.
Goals for me this week. I definitely want to finish house rules. I want to get those 40 wins. That's also going to help with MUT Master. You need a few head-to-head wins, but those should count towards that.
Okay.
Just want to keep building my team up. Let's shoot for an 86 overall for me, and finish those house rules.
Okay. Me, I'm okay. I'm gonna shoot. overall 84. I don't really see myself getting to 85 next week, maybe, but I want $1 million in the bank because I need to make up some coinage, and I want to have. I'm not gonna say maxed out, but I need to really work on Sam Mills. So I need to get. I'm gonna say 5 of the Mutt Master passes or whatever, and then the other thing. What was it? Oh, level 50. I'm 41 now. I need to just grind that shit out because I hear that the rewards may not be as good down the road as they are now. Is that a thing?
No,
To get the level.
the level rewards, they definitely geared it more towards using money this year. With that said, it's like $10 to $15 and you get like 700k coins. So I'll hammer EA when they deserve to be hammered. That's not something, in my opinion, they need to be deserve to be hammered on. They're giving us ways to get coins early in the game when there's not many ways to get it. And if that's money, it's a very, very small amount of money. But, when you get to level 50, your daily quick sell increases. So it increases from 3,500 maybe to 5,000 is the minimum. 5,000 at least every day. That adds up, guys. We have to be doing our daily solos every single day. And Wes, you definitely have to get to 50. Use that Jack Youngblood solo, the kick return.
Is that still the best way, you think?
That's the best way because it's autopilot. Put a Netflix movie on, put the game on. You have to hit X every 10 to 15 seconds. You do that for a couple hours, you'll be at 50 at no time.
Okay. All right. We got some platinum players this week.
Yeah, before I get to the platinum players, I wanted to give a big shout out to Take an Army. He did give us a Bo Jackson to give away. So I want to challenge everybody. Go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, and when this podcast drops, I haven't run this by you guys, but I hope you think it's a good idea. I want everyone to comment and tell us your favorite football memory. This can be a memory with your dad, with a family member, a time you went to the game. We need some positivity. Madden can be a pretty toxic environment. I think it's time we share our stories of why we love football. Let's comment with our favorite football memory. Me, Swain, and Wes will pick the winner. We'll give you a full Bo Jackson. Now, this is on PlayStation 4. Keep that in mind. Xbox, feel free to still comment, but if you're not PlayStation 4, you won't be eligible to get this Bo Jackson. But it is a full legend. If
somebody does have a good story and we find out they are on Xbox, I'll give them something out of my own pocket. It won't be game related, but it'll be Xbox related. I like the idea. And you said, can that be on YouTube as well?
No, I think that's what he's saying. Just on YouTube.
Yeah,
just on YouTube.
Go to
okay.
YouTube. Yeah. Like, subscribe, and comment on this video. So this video should drop later tonight or early tomorrow morning. When you see it, you'll know that it's this episode. Comment on this video with your favorite football memory. We'll give it a couple days and, make sure you're following Mud Experience on Twitter as well. We'll tweet out more details there of when we'll actually be drawing the winner.
Yeah, shout out to Take an Army. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very
cool.
Awesome.
Now let's get to some platinum players. First one I have this week, Patrick Queen, 81 overall. He is a middle linebacker, 86 speed. That's fast as fuck for a middle linebacker. So you're looking at, around 12,000 coins. If you are building a budget team, he's going to fit right in. Even at your number 2, what you want is speed on the field. So that's a great one. Another one that came out this week, he is an ultimate kickoff player, Eric Ebron. He's on the Steelers this year, 83 speed at tight end. That's fantastic. 85 acceleration, good catching stats, good catch in traffic. You can snag him for about 20K. And my final platinum player this week, here's what I'm going to tell you to do. If you can't afford the real Bo Jackson and you don't win our giveaway, go do the solo, get the Bo Jackson power up. It costs about 50K coins to transfer that into training. Power that bow up to an 88 overall. He's a top 5 running back in the game. You won't regret it. If you can't afford the full one and you don't win our giveaway, go get this Bo Jackson, power him up to an 88. That's the step right before you need his full legend card, and this will last you for a long time. You're talking about
how much training is that going to run you?
About 50,000 coin worth of training.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, total, it's really not that much. You're talking about, let's see here, 2,400 in training, so it's really not that bad. You can get that for about 50K.
That's easy.
And and you power him up 90 speed on an 88 overall for 50K. You won't find a card on the auction house better than this Bo Jackson for 50K or less.
I think I'm doing that tonight.
Yeah. So those are my 3 platinum players: Patrick Queen, Eric Ebron, and powered up Bo Jackson to an 88 overall.
Awesome. Swain, you got anything else?
I wanted to mention that if you guys do have questions, I mean, feel free to ask. We always check in every week. We have no questions from last week either. This thing is slow and steady, which is exactly the way we want it. It's enjoy the fact that it's football season. Happy kickoff day, week, whatever you want to call it. Football's back. I don't know how long it's going to last, but enjoy the fact of where we're at. It's getting to that time of year where it's kind of nice to stay at home, not have to go and doing stuff with the crazy year that everyone's dealt with in 2020. Hopefully we get more house rules, journeys, gauntlets, things like that. EA, if you're listening, just enjoy it, guys. Just enjoy it. Find, and it's, trust me, I'm a negative person. Watch me play head to head on my stream and you'll see how negative I can be. Talk to the guys I talk to in chat privately, how much I bitch about everything. But I mean, when I say push positivity, I'm not saying like, oh, you can't say anything negative. That's horse shit. I mean, you got to vent. You got to have things you're going to be pissed off about. But if you're going to bitch and moan about everything, find something to be happy about. There are some things out there to be happy about. Right now, it's fun. I'm looking forward to the fact that when this is over, I get to go play house rules. I'm going to avoid weekend league like the plague, but there's a lot of fun things to do right now in the game. So just enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds good. Don't get mad at Weekend League. All right, guys. Well, if you want to find us during the week, you can find us at Ultimate Team Experience. Search us on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes, Apple Store, Google Play, Facebook, Twitter. So find us. We're there. The links are in the chat. Until then, Swain, you want to tell everybody goodbye?
Everybody enjoy. I'm going to require an update on this game when I get done here, guys. But thanks for stopping by. And, of course, good luck to whoever wins that full Bo Jackson. Shout out again to Take an Army. That's very cool. He did that.
Yeah, expect to see more of that very soon. Or about that, I should say.
That's it. That's all I have.
We done? All right, guys. Well, we will see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. your time. All right. See you guys next Thursday at 6. Thanks for coming out. See y'all later.
Later, boys. I am. I'm excited. I have to admit, I'm excited.
Maybe.
So we're gonna start that over. No joke. It was muted. It was on my end.
You bastard.
So
can we give him the Wayne's World countdown?
What is up, everybody? See what you did? See what you did? Now we got the blooper reel going.
Don't worry. Chat. It's my fault.
I nailed it the first time.
It's my fault. I take blame. Chat's loving this. Type a 1 if you like this chat. Chat's having a good time. They're enjoying it. Plus, this gives me a chance to take another drink of my beverage. It's my fuck up. I hit mute because I thought I'd be pro, and it's amateur hour. How much is fucking Platt drinking? Look behind him.
I was like, look at all the wine. 4 freaking bottles, man.
All right.
He's like, COVID football. I got to get drunk.
Get ready. Right. In 5, 4, 3, 2,